Hello students. Let us conclude the topic chemical coordination. Before I conclude this topic, let us take one round right from the beginning. Hope you have followed the different hormones, the target sites and the names of the hormones, followed by their actions in regulating overall mechanism of human body. Our staff members tried their level best to convince through recorded PPTs and videos to complete this topic chemical coordination. Coordination is specifying that the nervous system, muscular system, skeletal system, voluntary, involuntary mechanisms should work together so that body will have coordinated actions, uniformal actions, uniform in the regularity of metabolic reactions. Hypothalamus, which is part of the forebrain, releases neurohormones which passes through infundibulum, which is a tract, regulating the actions of a pituitary gland or hypophysis, which is called a master gland, regulating an orchestra of the entire endocrine system in human body. Endocrine system comprises pair of thyroid glands, pair of parathyroid glands, a thymus, followed by adrenal glands located on the kidney, then testis, a male gonad, ovary, a female gonad. Apart from this, the hormones secreted by special endocrine cells present in different passages like digestive tract, in the heart wall, inside the kidney, near the nephron regions, etc. What you need to do is list the endocrine organ, the hormone secreted, the target organ and its actions. There are some disorders also mentioned in this topic. You need to remember whether the hypersecretion of hormone or hyposecretion of the hormone is affecting a particular metabolic activity. In today's session, I will be covering types of hormones and actual hormone action at the cellular level and intracellular level. You need to listen it carefully. Hormones are categorized into 4 groups. First type is a peptide hormone. Hormones made up of proteins. Proteins are polymers of amino acids. The hormones secreted by hypothalamus, pituitary gland. The hormones secreted by a part of adrenal gland. These all are peptide hormones made up of proteins. Second group of hormones are steroid hormones. These steroid hormones, which includes estradiol, progesterone, these all are the hormones secreted from the gonads, regulating reproductive activities. Cortisol secreted by adrenal cortex also comes in this group. Steroids are derivatives of sterols, which are oily in nature, insoluble in nature, unable to diffuse across the semi-permeable membranes. Thus, its action is always extracellular in nature. Next group of hormone includes the hormone secreted by thyroid gland. These are thyroideonine. Fourth group of hormone is derivatives of amino acids, which includes epinephrine. So total 4 groups are there. Majority of the hormones comes under peptide group. Second group of hormones, steroids. Third group of hormone is thyroideonine. And fourth group of hormones are derivatives of amino acids. You need to remember one example under each. It carries 5 marks weightage. Now, what exactly the hormone is? As in biomolecule topic, you have learned that enzymes are biocatalysts. That accelerates the rate of chemical reactions. Like that, to bring about enzyme action, the organism needed the regulators. Thus, regulators are nothing but the hormones. Means, recall the first topic, living world. There is one feature of organism, it is a defining character where organism is known for metabolism, sum total of chemical reactions taking place in the body. This we don't find in the non-living components. To regulate metabolism, organism has to show secretions, and these secretions are from the glands. Now what glands are? Recall the topic animal tissues. The glands are nothing but comprising epithelial cells. Either the gland is unicellular or multicellular. Based on the secretions and the availability of the duct, the secretory units glands are classified into two groups, exocrine gland, endocrine gland. Exocrine glands have the ducts and they release secretions called enzymes which are secreted at the point of the requirement. Endocrine glands are ductless glands. They always secrete hormones as they don't have ducts, so hormones are secreted in the blood flow and blood will carry these hormones to the targeted site. Hence, presence of hormones can be detected by taking blood samples. These hormones are basically proteinaceous in nature. There are some exceptions that I already told you in the types of hormones. Now, the hormones as a regulator in nature, it stimulates every cell to bring about the chemical reaction, either anabolism or catabolism. Together we call it as metabolism. Now, to learn hormone actions, there are two groups are made. Some hormones will act extracellularly, means it will regulate the cellular metabolic reaction from the outside, and there are some hormones which can easily enter through the semi-permeable membrane, goes in the cell in cytoplasmic region, entering in the nuclear passage, and from the nuclear passage it is stimulating a gene, a part of the DNA, to bring about the changes and to release the proteins which will act on the metabolic reaction. So these are intracellular hormones in action. So hope you followed. Hormone actions are fall in two groups, extracellular, intracellular. There are some receptors present on the semi-permeable membranes. These receptors can identify the hormone. Hormone will bind with these receptors where ATP molecules are utilized, forming AMP, adenosine monophosphate. They will bring about the changes within the cell, act on the substrates to convert it into products. Thus, hormone will remain at the cell membrane level, forming a hormone receptor complex at the membrane region, utilizing ATP, forming a AMP complex which needed some carriers like potassium, like calcium, and these ion complexes will act on the substrates to convert into products. For example, to regulate all activities in the college campus, as the principal sir gives the order. Now every time it is not possible for principal sir to enter the class and to tell each and every student. So what principal sir will do? It will pass a regulate. He will pass, or he or she will pass a particular way of information, and according to that information, actions within the classrooms are taken by the teachers and then conveyed to the children. Thus, hormones remaining outside the cell membrane and will bring about all the changes. Now, there are some hormones which can easily diffuse through the membrane, enter the nuclear region where regulator hormone complex will form. This regulator is specified by the gene, and that gene will activate to synthesize required protein, and that protein will act like a hormone. Thus, a hormone which is necessary for enzyme activity, regulating the gene to produce a protein. Now, this all mechanism you will understand next year in the topic molecular basis of inheritance. For this, I can give example. For every specific subject, teachers are there. Teacher will enter the class, will see each and every student, take a particular pause, take particular use of some teaching aids, considering the concentration of the students, will deliver the knowledge. So, the duty of either principal or the teacher to convey the entire knowledge to each and every child, whether remaining outside the class or entering the class. Like that, every gland in the body, especially endocrine gland, secreting the hormones, and these hormones will either remain extracellularly or enter in the cell and regulates the metabolic reactions. More detailed concept about the hormones we will again learn in the physical classes. So from today's session, remember types of hormones with one example and 2 hormone actions phases: extracellular hormone action, intracellular hormone action. With this, I'll conclude my today's session, and I can declare that the 6th topic from Unit 5, Chemical Coordination, is completed here. Thank you very much.